a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I look at you and know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Sunday night show, the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. We're going to have a good time here tonight. We've got an amazing guest we're going to chat with. He is a true supporter of the community in so many ways, and he's got a great story to tell about finding the community and what's going on with the network and his support of other channels and his monitoring so much that this young man does. And I can't wait for the ladies to sit down and talk with Lawrence tonight. So we're going to have a good time in just a few minutes. I want to ask you to please like the video tonight. We always try to strive for triple digits and more on these Triple C shows on Sunday nights. Subscribe if you're new. If you're a brand new, finding this for the first time or watching on the replay, hit that subscribe so you can keep up with this amazing content creators, these ladies of the dais of the Triple C that come in every Sunday night and do this great show. And of course, if you're watching the replay, you can leave a comment as well. Throughout the show tonight, we'll have the social media links dropped in for our guests. You can keep up and click on them at any point. You can also keep up with the ladies on their social medias. Their links will be dropped throughout the show. And of course, the link for Instagram for the Triple C show itself. I'm excited tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to tell you that everybody's here tonight. It's nice that everybody's home, and that's a good thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So welcome in, good friends. Good to see you. I'll let Tina go first so she can, actually, I'll let her go last so she can keep up with names. I'll start with Stephanie. Hello, Steph. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Yep. How's your week and all going? Everything going well?
Everything's going well. My kids are acting better at school. Things are good in my world.
Are you aware that there is 9 days?
Yeah, teachers are always aware of every single day. Trust me.
Oh, no, it's not about the teachers. 9 days till you and Paul drop Thanksgiving dinner off at my house while I'm broadcasting football. So thank you. Paul,
You're welcome.
I had a sign-up sheet. Paul signed up 3 times. Thank you. I can't wait. Good to see you here.
I'll have to ship that from North Carolina, so be on the lookout.
Okay. Well, hey, long-distance food. I love it. Speaking of long-distance food, what about Purple Llamas? Hello, Mandy. How are you?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's everything around your house?
Wrangling those purple llamas and trying to get ready for Christmas. I know we're decorating a little bit early, but this year
Nice.
I just needed that Christmas spirit.
Hey, that's a good thing. I'm already Christmas. Well, I'm not all the way, but I'm part of the way Christmas up. We're gonna get heavy into it tomorrow. The kids don't know it yet, but that's what's happening. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you were able to wrangle and spank the llamas and all that kind of stuff. So that's a good thing. Jen, how are you?
Good. I'm afraid what you're going to say about me. I have no purple llamas.
I'm not saying one word because we're losing right now. I'm not saying a word. I'm just sitting here being good. I was little kid in the corner. I'm going to be very good tonight.
Then we'll just say hello.
Hello. Good to see you. And Miss Tina, welcome back. It's great to see you. You've been working so hard. We're glad you're back in this Sunday. How are you?
I'm doing okay. A little sick, so if I'm coughing and
Oh.
muting, I'm sorry. But I'm here and I'm excited. So it's going to be a great show.
Look, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I got the game on too. There's coughing and muting going on the whole show. It's the Triple C's coughing and muting to keep you happy show. So we're gonna have some fun. We got a lot of great people in the chat, and I'm excited to talk to them. So let's get over and do some chat and say hello to everybody, and then we'll rock and roll from there. And how perfect in the transition that Tina is doing chat. So let me get my hand, and here it is, and
Hold
it's
it up
on properly.
backwards. Oh, good.
I have it on properly.
All right. Hands up, much like fins up, but hands up.
Hands up.
I want to welcome in to Pac Broz, because I got to get it in at least once the show. WF Cook, Monorail Mollie, Jason Udo, Teresa Squara, Go Mini, Molly's mom, Pumpkin Shelby, Mac F, Italian, Jill Walkbrit, Cakes 2112, Paige C, Roger Creeman, All Aboard with Blake, Nanny Pooh Bear, Purple Pleasure 1202, Paul Engel, Surf Bum, Angelina Moore Roman, Jen Lily's mom, Dole Whip Dave, It's Me, David T, Hepburn, Buddy Hepburn, Zippity Doo Dog, and I'm going to keep writing names, so if I miss you on that round, keep chatting. I'll write you down and I'll get you on the next round. But welcome in,
Awesome.
everyone.
Perfect. Thank you for that. That's absolutely awesome. Awesome. I should throw out a quick shout out to everyone who had their names announced in the nominations last night on our Hall of Fame nomination show. Congratulations, including on our day, Miss Mandy. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. A lot of love. A lot of love.
Can I give another shout out? Because I feel like I don't do this enough when I'm reading names. I don't know about the other ladies, but shout out to our ninja watchers and our silent watchers that are just kind of lingering and supporting and giving views and hitting that like button. Even if you're not a chatter, we appreciate you. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great call out. We want to talk about last week's show, but last week didn't happen. It was actually 2 weeks ago because I had to take a week off for rehabilitation. And so we took the week off together. That's what I'm calling it, at least. Every time I go to Disney, I'm calling it rehab. I'm calling it rehab. It's my new rehab.
I was like,
It's my new
Nice.
rehab. It's so much better than all the rehab I did over the last 2 years. So, Jen, can you help me out with we had a great show 2 weeks ago.
Yes, 2 weeks ago, we had an awesome show with Becky, the local Florida gal. Here are just a few highlights. We heard about heartwarming family memories and unforgettable engagement moments. It's clear that Disney really is an anchor in Becky's life and a place that's had a truly lasting impact. It was wonderful to learn about balancing work and fun, and also inspiring to hear about volunteer efforts helping rehabilitate orphaned pilot whales. We learned that inspiration is everywhere for this creator. Her mission to share joy and memorable experiences with the Disney community truly shines through. Our guest shared some fun insights from her favorite Disney bounding moments and must-have merch to beloved drinks and experiences with the Disney special events.
Yeah.
It's always exciting to see the different ways fans enjoy the magic. I encourage everyone to leave a comment on the show with your thoughts on the content. And Mods, if you could please go ahead and drop the link from that last show, I would appreciate it. That was our last guest, but now we're going to go over to Mandy, who's going to tell us about tonight's guest.
Love it. Love it.
So tonight, we have the pleasure of talking with a YouTube creator, a community supporter, and an overall technical expert. Our guest, who features himself on YouTube, has a channel with over 9.5 thousand subscribers, 357 videos, and more than 300,000 channel views. Wow. Our guest is very family-oriented and loves sharing Disney experiences with his family, whether it's in the parks, cruises, or even at community meetups. And you never know what characters his family might show up and Disney bound as.
That's
This
true.
creator is also extremely tech savvy and makes it a point to help others. They've even played a major role in utilizing a new platform that supports the entire Disney community. In a few moments, we are thrilled to welcome a well-known name in the Disney community, Lawrence from Park Bros, or Park Bros, if I want to say it like Tina. We can't wait to dive into this interview and learn about his Disney insights, adventures, and all the magic he has to share with us.
Awesome.
So, since I didn't have any additional viewers join the stream.
Oh, we have a lot. Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't miss. So I want to say a great welcome. Sorry, I'm still writing down. To Catherine Silverio, Jason Thibodeau, Julie Picks Photography, Aliens Wear Green Hats, The Disney Bake Up, Debbie Thuner, and Miss Ding Dystopia.
Awesome.
Oh, and especially
Awesome.
Leslie.
Oh, welcome in to everybody. Thank you all for being here. And I appreciate everybody here tonight. All right. We've checked in with Tina and we got that ready to go. We always like to do something fun at the beginning. We came up with the idea, I don't know, several shows ago to do some trivia. And I've liked that. I think it's a great thing. Sometimes the trivia is a little bit easier. Sometimes it's a little bit tougher. And tonight, it's going to be kind of mid-range, I think, on the trivia. So, ladies, let's start out. Jen, I'll start out with you tonight. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with what is the name of the toy store in Toy Story 2? What is the name of the toy store in Toy Story 2?
Al's Toy Barn.
That is correct. You get it right. Okay. You get like a fake chocolate pie. You get that. That's why I'm giving out pies tonight. You got a chocolate pie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Miss Stephanie, which Disney princess sings "Once Upon a Dream"? Mandy knows it because she's
Sleeping Beauty.
Who is it?
Sleeping Beauty.
You got it right. That's
Oh,
correct.
good. I was so afraid. I was like, oh,
Mandy
God.
lit up like she was on Jeopardy. She knew the $1 million question right there. She's biting her lip and everything. Okay. All right, Miss Mandy. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. What is the name of Andy's neighbor on Toy Story? Andy's neighbor, who is an attitude problem.
Is it Sid?
It is Sid. That's 3 for. I
Good
swear
for
I didn't give these
you.
girls.
Yay.
I did not give anybody the answers. So, all right. Let's take a look here, and let me see. I'll go to the next question. I'll make it. God, Tina, if you don't get this, I'm going to scream. This is literally the next question. I would have rather gone to the question behind it because I think I could have stumped you. Here's the next question. What land is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad located in?
Seriously, Frontierland.
4 for 4 on the ladies. All right, Tina, see if you can answer the question beyond it. Which Full House character voices Aladdin?
Oh gosh, that's Steve.
Son of a gun, you would have got it anyway. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Oh,
Okay.
I knew that. Huge fan when I was a kid.
You guys killed it. 4 for 4. All right, we'll see what our guest can do tonight. He will get the next question. Okay, that's not hard either. That's kind of on the same realm. But we'll see. We'll test our guest a little bit later tonight here. And Doug's been working a lot backstage for us. Thank you, Doug, for the help on that. Okay, let's get into our guest tonight. As we noted when we were talking, he is over here on YouTube and doing a lot on YouTube as Park Broz. I will say it the way it's meant to be saying the normal English language without bringing Bostonese into it. And he's done a lot of great stuff. He has been at the spearhead of the Disney Streamers Network. He is, I tell him all the time that his support that he does for Living in Diz helps to elevate that channel to another level, much like my peeps do here with my channel. He does that for them. And I can also say, and I would definitely say that at least 3 of the 4 ladies can say that they've met him at the Maryland meetup. 1 cannot yet. Keyword yet. And in case you missed it, I did say yet. But he and his family are an amazing family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble honor to bring in Lawrence from Park Broz, who's wearing a very cool Kermit shirt.
Hot off
Very
the
cool.
presses. Literally
Hi.
just came in as you were talking.
The wife made that, right?
Yes, it was.
That's
It was
ridiculous.
upstairs. I heard the sewing machines going as you were starting the show.
That's so awesome she can do that.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, I wish you'd let her out of that room and make her stop sewing everything 7 days a week. You know, I mean, it's, come on. But, well, I'm going to step
Got
out.
to pay for the Disney trip somehow.
Oh Lord, I'm going to step out and turn things over to Miss Stephanie, who is going to start off the show tonight.
All right, welcome in, Lawrence. We're so glad to have you here tonight, and I can't wait to find out all this more, all the information about you, because this is so much fun. All right, here we go. Please share with us a short introduction about yourself so our viewers tonight can get to know you a little bit better.
Absolutely. First, thank you for having me on, and I want to thank Pete for being such a gracious guest. I put in my appearance writer that all 4 ladies had to appear, and he made it happen. So thank you, Pete.
Yeah, that is true. You also asked for a bunch of beverages and candy and cookies, and I couldn't send that over to your house, so I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
You're not Elvis.
So yeah, I am Lawrence, known as Park Broz on my channel, and really started out 3 years ago. I didn't even know what a live stream was, let alone doing it. But I happened to watch a live stream. I was looking for Harmonious after coming back from a trip, and found Living in Diz. Started watching more and more live streams. Became friends with Corey, and he asked me to be on the podcast. We started the podcast show, and it's really just grown from there. And absolutely love what I've been able to, as I've been able to help, elevate some of these other channels, just by studying YouTube and helping them along their journey.
Love it.
I have to say, if you had only started that 3 years ago, you are like genius. I don't know how you figured all this out. I'm going to be honest with you, because you are like the expert on all of this. And yeah, it'll take me about 30 years to get where you did in 3. All right. So we all have a story on how we arrived at our Disney YouTube community. Can you share your journey, please?
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, like I said, I just wanted to share, I would go to the parks, and we met Corey for the first time in 2022. And then my family and I would go, and I'd want to share, little bits and pieces of our trips. And actually, the first video on my channel was a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert that I recorded, just a song from the concert, and I just needed some place to store it. So that kind of lived on my channel for a long time before I started doing Disney, and really just wanted to expand on that. And here we are later. I've been lucky enough to get 9,600 subscribers that have found some value out of what I've done.
That's amazing. It's truly amazing. You All right, YouTube genius. All right, I'm going to throw you over to Mandy, who's got a couple more questions for you.
Yes, good evening, Lauren. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
I know that your grandmother and mother have both been a huge influence in making Disney such a meaningful part of your life. Could you share a bit about how they shaped your Disney journey and why it's so special to you?
Sure. So, my grandmother, I remember growing up and there was always Disney stuff around the house. I believe her first trip to Disney World was 77. And, we didn't grow up with, a lot. We didn't go to the parks annually. But it was that feeling, that Disney feeling was always in the house. My grandmother was always like that, always trying to make people smile and laugh, and plussing up the dinners and the Thanksgivings and Christmas and all that. So she really played a big part in that. And then I was able to go to Disney for the first time as a kid in about 85. And then my mom took us in 88. We did a big trip with my little brother and sister. And, again, we didn't have a lot of money, but that trip we did Epcot and Magic, which of course were the only two parks then.
Right.
But we also did River Country, Discovery Island, Cape Canaveral, SeaWorld, Daytona Beach, and even Gatorland Zoo. So we did a ton of stuff that trip, and I will always remember, the sacrifices that my grandmother and my mother made, to bring us that magic.
I'm glad you have those wonderful memories. And family is important to all of us and also very, very important to you. And I heard you also have some other truly magical moments, maybe one about getting engaged right in front of Cinderella's castle at Walt Disney World. Could you tell us that story and what made it so special for both of you?
So the trip actually was for our daughter's 3rd birthday. And the theme was, I'm 3, so I'm no longer free. Because, of course, at 3 years old, you have to pay for them.
Okay.
So I'm 3 and no longer free. But we also had become pass holders. So that was the first day that we used our pass holder annual pass.
Cool.
Well, I made it a big family trip. And I was like, let's just go to celebrate Finley's 3rd birthday. Meanwhile, in the back of my mind, that's not what it was about. It was about proposing to Catherine. And so I was so nervous that whole day. I had the ring in my pocket, and I kept feeling my pocket to make sure it was still there, even though it was a zippered pocket. Like, what was going to happen? I was so worried. And so we had 18 family members there, and we were waiting for her sister to get there, and her sister finally gets there, and it was after the fireworks that I proposed, which really does make sense because our anniversary dating is on July 4th.
Nice.
So fireworks are very important to us, and so it made sense to propose just after fireworks.
Oh, that was so thoughtful and meaningful. And I can't believe you kept a group that large able to keep this a secret all day long. That had to be so difficult.
No. There were only 2 of us that knew.
Oh, okay.
So, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So let me get this straight. You knew you were going to propose, and you knew you were going to do it Disney in front of the castle.
Yeah.
But you made sure that all the people that are around that you felt should be there were there. You didn't just go and do it and send people pictures later and say, hey, look what we did.
No, There was a trip of 18 of us. It was a crazy trip too.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not nice.
I'm giving Paul hell, not giving her hell. Stephanie has nothing to do with it. Paul should have called, and I should have been allowed to be there and videotape it.
Somebody should have live streamed it.
It should have been live streamed. I should have videotaped it, and I could have bought them giant something from Gaston's and brought it over. It would have been amazing.
Is that why you keep him in the green room right now?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why.
Got it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Goodness.
I didn't realize this was becoming a topic. I didn't know I was going to get fired up today. So
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well,
Well, I
on that
want to
note,
go in the way back machine. We're going to go way back to when Lawrence was graduating from elementary school. Little Lawrence went on what you thought was just a regular trip to the airport with your family, and it turned into much more than that, a surprise trip to our favorite place, Disney. I'd love to hear what that moment was like for you and what it meant.
So it was 1990, and I just finished 8th grade, and I don't know, for some reason, I woke up and wanted to go watch the planes take off. We lived about 7 minutes from JFK, and I don't think I've ever wanted to do that. So I kind of think, and Mom's in the chat, I think there was some subliminal messaging going on while I was sleeping to get me to want to go to the airport, but we'll leave that alone. So we get to the airport, and instead of just watching the planes take off, we went inside the terminal, which I thought was weird. And I go inside, and there is my Titi Doreen and my grandmother, excuse me, waiting for us. And they come, they give me a card for graduation. And in the card is the ticket to Disney. And I'm like, you know, obviously excited and ecstatic. And I was like, well, when are we going? She was like, that's why we're here. You're going right now. And we were on the plane in like an hour and off to Disney World for a great trip. And Hollywood Studios had just opened, so it was brand new. So I got to experience that. So that was a really fun trip.
cool.
I love that. I wish someone would do that for me. Hint, hint. Molly's mom. Okay, switching direction for a moment. I want to talk a little bit about cruising. I know you recently took a Disney cruise on the Disney Dream. You actually just got back not that long ago. It was in October. What was that experience like for you? And do you think cruising is going to become a regular thing in your Disney adventures?
So if you've been on a Disney cruise, you know that when you are there, you can book a placeholder. You can put down a placeholder deposit.
Oh,
So yeah, placeholder deposit is down for our next cruise. We will be cruising again.
wow.
It was amazing, and I don't know why we waited so long. Because it was, I mean, it's unlimited food. It's 24 hours a day. You got the pool, you have the aqueduct, the water coaster. The beaches were amazing out there at Castaway Key. Like, it's just, and the service is just top notch. So yeah, we will be cruising again. We were on the Dream. We're going to be on the Fantasy next in August.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes me jealous, but I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful time. I'm sure when you're on that cruise, you might be having some beverages. So we're going to hand it over to Tina, who's going to talk about your beverage of the week.
Absolutely. First, I want to welcome in some amazing friends who came into chat while we were interviewing our guest Lawrence. We had Miss Gloria Thibodeau come in. We had fans of Green Bay Packers. We had Ryan Rowe, Moore, 1322, Theme Park Giant, Thomas Cannon Jr., O'Connell, Dave Stragan, Debbie Bernfeld, Mama D, Mariah's Wish, Kolya Slushchenko, Matt Walter, and Christy P. Dizney.
Real quick, Tina, before you go on, that was first off, you did Kolya's name better than I've ever done it. I know we have a lot of some new names in here tonight for some new friends that might be finding us for the first time or finding our guests for the first time. So moderators are dropping our link for all of Lawrence's social medias throughout the show. All the links for all the ladies' Instagrams that are right in the chat there, of course, with the Triple C. And if you'd like to watch the ladies every Sunday night, or if you want Disney content 7 days a week, hit a subscribe over here. We'd love for you to come back. Couldn't say it enough. So Tina, take it over to you again.
All right, so I want to hear about this drink of the week. It is the Ottawa Apple at the Canada. Wow, at the Canada. What is wrong with me
You
today?
just offended Jonathan Chong.
I'm sorry, Canadian booth or Les Cellier. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Can you tell us about this drink and why you chose it, Lawrence?
Yes. So I'm a fan of cranberry juice. And so this drink really was right. First, cranberry juice and apple, like totally my mix. Um, but it's also special for another reason. My son, my middle son, turned 21, and he wanted to go to Disney for his 21st birthday. So um, went to drink around the world. I think he had like 3 and then stopped. But the first one he had was the Ottawa apple. And so it was kind of special for that reason. But I like a nice, smooth, not a hard drink there. So I thought that was perfect.
That's awesome. I want to know from the ladies if you guys have ever tried this drink. Jen, we'll start with you.
I have not had this drink, but you had me at Crown Royal Maple Whiskey. Yeah, I think I got to try it. Definitely. Next trip, it's on the list.
Mandy, how about you?
So I'm with Jen. You have my attention with the maple finished Canadian whiskey, but I'd rather just have that. You can take away the cranberry juice and the apple pucker schnapps. Just give me the whiskey.
Steph, how about you?
I have not had this, but I would definitely try it. I like all the ingredients, so thumbs up.
That's awesome. Pete, we know you don't drink, but is this something that maybe you would like to give a little attempt to?
Well, I'd like to point out a couple of things. One, I would absolutely try this drink. 2, I am definitely sure that Jen and probably Steph, because of this list that they're both building for their upcoming December trip, are going to be hammered beyond belief, whatever the Epcot day is, because of all this stuff. And
Could be true.
three, look at the color of this drink. It is beautiful. I love the color of the drink. So yeah, I would definitely try that. And Jen's right. Crown Royal whiskey, actually was one of we represented the Crown Royal Company when I was working with the military for a couple different events, and that Crown Royal with apple is like it was something I never drank before. It wasn't that hard bite of a whiskey. It was really smooth with that apple touch to it. So I bet you this is really good.
Yeah.
And if you get it in Le Cellier, they give it to you with an apple slice on top.
Oh, okay. I might be able to do 3 of those and stay out of the ladies' bathroom.
I don't know. But before you take it over to the fun Disney question, I want to welcome in Chris and the Curtis family.
Hello, Chris from the Curtis family. Welcome in. We're glad you're here tonight. And all of you, thank you. All of you guys, thank you for being here. We so appreciate you coming in on Sunday nights and hanging out with us. Let's go over and do a fun trivia question. All right, Lawrence, here's the thing. The girls went 4 for 4, technically 4.5 out of 4.5, because I threw an extra one at Tina that I thought she would get wrong, and she still hammered it. So if you get this wrong, it's really going to be a problem. What?
No pressure.
I mean, I could call your wife if you need it. If we have to call a friend here. Which, by the way, what amazing lady and your daughter. We got to meet them at the Maryland meetup up here, and your wife is just a ball of happiness, and I love it. Love it. Love it. Love
Very
it.
lucky.
What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters? We're not allowed to say ugly anymore. Disney took that out several years ago. So, what are the names of Disney's? What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters?
Wow, I'm not going to get this. I want to say Griselda?
What the hell is a Griselda? You just pulled You're back on the Legend of Zelda and pulling names out of the
Come on,
Legend of Zelda.
that's close enough. Close enough.
Nope, I'm not giving it to him. You
I
don't
do
know?
not know them.
All right, I'll tell you what. If the girls can pick you up, then it counts. Ladies,
Okay.
Tina's raising her hand.
Anyone else want to take it? I know it. I don't want to be a show off. Someone else can take it.
Well,
I just know Drusilla. This is the only one I can remember.
Mandy, does
Anastasia.
Anastasia is correct. Mandy, does the purple llama know any of these?
Keeps whispering Drusilla.
That's right. You guys got them both. Tina probably texted you guys. I think there's something going on here. Some type of conspiracy. That's good.
Nice work.
Okay. That's the way you pick up our guests. You know, and for the record, I would not have
Lawrence's
gotten
mom put it in the chat.
well, Purple Passion, of course. For the record, I would not have gotten that right, Lawrence. Just so you know, I didn't know either one of them. I did know every one of the other ones up there, except for I didn't know the voice of Aladdin. I would have gotten a couple of them wrong myself tonight. So
I could see them in my head walking through the park.
I could see them. Yeah, I love. You know, I tried to hook them up with Steve of the World one day, and it really went bad. It really went bad. The second one, with the one that wears a green dress, told him he had a big head. I wouldn't date you. You have a big head. So it really did not go well.
Oh my
It did
gosh.
not go well at all. I have that video somewhere too. I got to pull it out. That would be something to share. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Steph for some more great questions. Hope you guys are having a good time here. Steph, you're up.
Yes. So Lawrence, back in August, we met up in Baltimore for Pete's meetup and had a good time there. And one night we got to dress up, if you wanted to Disney Bound, right? So part of my question is about Disney bounding. I'd love to hear what first inspired you to decide to do the Disney bounding thing. And of course, which characters are your absolute favorite to bound as?
So what inspired me? I don't know if inspired's the right word, other than here's what you're wearing on Tuesday. Here's what you're dressing up like on Wednesday.
I love it. I love it. You know what?
But no,
You're a good man. I love it.
But it was, so we took an adult-only trip with two friends of ours, and the whole idea was every day we were going to dress up based on the park we were going to. And so we went to Animal Kingdom. We all dressed up like characters from Up, and I was Carl, and I had a gray cardigan, and I even had a cane. I had my gimbal, and we put little mini tennis balls on the bottom of the gimbal to make it look like the walker.
Nice.
But the most fun one of that trip was probably Donald Duck, which is why I wore it for that meetup. Because during Festival of Fantasy, Donald Duck saw me and called me out. I didn't have a hat on, so I didn't even know he could do this. He took his hat off and showed it to me because I didn't have a hat on. So
That's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And so we love talking about all the different festivals and holiday seasons with our guests. Could you share which Epcot festival is your personal favorite?
Yes. I love all the festivals because Corey and I on our show, we will do a deep dive into all the food. No surprise if anybody knows Corey. We do a deep dive into the food before the festival. But I think that Festival of the Arts has to be my all-time favorite because of how varied everything is. Not only do you have food, not only do you have the Broadway performances, but you have sketches, you have oil paintings, you have performing arts just out there, you have street acts going on. So I just like that there's so much variety in that festival, whereas like Food and Wine is food and wine, but with Festival of the Arts, you have it all. So I love that one.
Okay. So while we're talking about festivals, what's your favorite holiday thing to do at Disney overall?
Overall, we've been lucky enough to be there. In fact, the first time that I took my family, it was during Christmas, but it was Christmas of 2020. So there was no parade or fireworks or anything like that. So when we got to go during Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, a couple of years later, they show you the actual fireworks and parade that you would have seen during the parties. And I just love all of that. It snows on Main Street, in Florida. How can you go wrong? So I think the whole atmosphere is just magical. during Christmas.
It is. I totally agree with you on that. All right, so Tina, do we have any more viewers who have joined in?
We do. We have Goofy Mania, King of the Castle, and Dave's Disney Dreams.
Triple D. Are
Oh,
you
yoke.
muted? Is he talking? Is he muted? Who's he talking
He's
to?
muted. He's on the
My name's
phone.
Pete.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pete. I just want to say hello.
No, I took care of something. It'll be fixed in just a minute.
Oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. What did I miss?
Oh boy. Yeah, let's just keep moving. I'm afraid to ask. Okay, let's transition this discussion over to the Disney Streamer Network for a moment. Could you give us a look into how the Disney Streamer Network evolved from just an idea to where it is today? And I'd love to know what the inspirations were behind it and what long-term goals you have in place for the Streamer Network.
Oh, thank you. So the inspiration for it is sitting on your screen wearing a blue shirt. What Pete does for the Disney YouTube community is invaluable. I don't think people understand it. And so I wanted to help in some way. And part of me helping was like all the YouTube live streamers that are out there in the parks, we don't really have some place to go for technical help. You know, there isn't a YouTube guru out there that talks about mobile streaming. So we formed this network for a couple reasons: the technical help, the networking side of it. Let's work together, you know, and the marketing piece of it. While you've got some channels out there that have amazing growth, you've got Pete here with almost 50,000. He's knocking on the door of 50,000 subscribers. But how many more Disney lovers are out there that don't know Pete and all these other creators? And so a lot of what I do is marketing outside of YouTube to get folks that are on other social media platforms over to our content creators to see more Disney. And what we have going on right now is 36 channels that are part of this cooperation working together to bring the viewers a lot more Disney, including Disneyland Paris.
I love that. It's all about community. And I love that you are helping to not only strengthen the community that we have, but try to bring more people into the community. I just love it so much. So, congratulations on that endeavor. I can't wait to see how it evolves in the future. We're going to
Thank you.
stick on the topic of technology for a minute, and we're going to switch over and talk about your podcast. You had a chance to speak with some incredible guests on your podcast. I know you've spoken with Eula Toka, the inspiration for Princess Tiana, and also with Ken Bruce, the author of Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. I'd love to hear how those conversations came about and what that experience has been like for you.
You know, sometimes things just fall into your lap. And in fact, both of those guests were suggested by someone else. So I had a guest on the show that I wanted to interview about the VIP tours. And so I had Jason on the show, and Jason was such a great host. He kind of took over the show, but he also said, "Hey, I've got this author that has a new book coming out, Ken Bruce." And so I'm like, "Yeah, sure, bring him on. We'll do another segment." And Ken was amazing, but thanks to Jason for bringing him on. Eula Toka, funny enough, my brother who's in the chat as more 1322. He works with Eula Toka's daughter.
Oh,
And
wow.
so they were talking, and her family. So Eula Toka's sister was the real life inspiration behind Princess and the Frog, and
That's right.
Ned's like, that would be a great guest to have on the show. And I'm like, yes, it would. And so we talked and we got her on the show, and she was phenomenal. We've been very, very lucky. In fact, another guest that I've had on the show was Zach Stevens, one of the vocalists for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, who just started their 2025 tour a couple days ago. And so he's been on the show because he's a big Disney fan, and he came on to talk about the Disney Marathon that he was running. So very, very lucky to come across some really great guests that are inspirations, that are Disney legends. I've talked to cast members and just folks in our community as well.
Good stuff.
That is awesome. You're doing so many good things. And I just want to say in the chat right now, the mods are dropping the links for Lawrence and the Disney Streamer Network and for the podcast. So make sure you go ahead and click on those links and check those out.
Mhm.
Let's move over to Mandy, who I think has wants to talk about some of your favorite channels.
Yes. So we've asked our guests to share with us some content they love. So Lawrence has shared with us 3 impressive channels that he follows and would like to highlight. We'll talk about Living in Diz, Theme Park Giant, and Ear to Ear Magic. So let's start with Ear to Ear Magic. Lawrence, what makes this channel so special to you?
So the biggest thing with Chris and Owen, but Owen was in school when Chris started this, so it was really Chris. The way he goes about his live stream is that he is the cameraman, and he's just bringing Disney to everybody else. He's not the star of the show. He knows that Disney and the parks and the atmosphere and the cast members are the real star. So that makes a big difference to me in how he goes about his stream, and makes it very enjoyable to watch.
Yes, great channel. And now let's talk about another equally great channel, Theme Park Giant, or TPG, as most people refer to it as.
So TPG, I actually refer to him by his true name, which is Thadador. Most people don't know that. So Theme Park Giant, you know, that old school Epcot feel of edutainment. I always feel like when I'm watching Theme Park Giant that's what I'm getting, because he's walking you through the park, he's entertaining, he's fun, he's funny, and yet he has so much knowledge. He can tell you who built what roller coaster, and it's just crazy to me that he has that much knowledge. But he does it in such a fun way that it's just great. And who doesn't love a guy that's 9'4"?
Okay.
That's right.
And then we've got last but definitely not least, Living in Diz.
So, you know, Corey and the family were really my inspiration behind how much I got into YouTube, which my YouTube account told me that I watched 221 hours of YouTube last week. Crazy number. That's almost as many hours as Pete was on live last week.
Wow.
But Living in Diz, you know, they're a family of 4, and again, just want to show you Disney through the eyes of their family. And that's what really caught my eye when I first started looking for Harmonious. Was here's a guy just walking around the park having a good time, and he happened to be at Epcot, which is my favorite park. And it's just grown from there. So I love watching their live streams as well, because it's just fun, like you're just hanging out with the family.
Well, thank you for sharing those with us. Those 3 amazing channels. So, but before we move on, Tina, any new guests have joined?
Yeah, we had a few. We had Lamons Gray, Jonathan Chong, Kendrick, Yoo-Hoo, and Whitney Frias come in. Welcome in, everyone.
Didn't do that right.
I like your mug. Matches your
Go ahead,
shirt.
Pete. Tell me how to do it.
I love it. Yay.
You do it like that. Oh, I'm going to start pulling out this hand and doing that. I kind of like that.
Oh,
That's the new thing now. I love it.
Jeez Louise.
There we go.
Well,
So if everybody hasn't said hi yet to Lawrence's better half, Catherine is in the chat, so you guys should say hi. And Purple Pleasure is also his mom, and
Mm-hmm.
she does a lot of modding too. So she does a great job, and she's always there to support her son. So there you go. All right, I wanted to wrap up the show and give a recap of what we've learned and spent time with ours learning about tonight. So we had an amazing show learning all about Park Bros, and here are some of our highlights. It was truly wonderful to talk with Lawrence tonight to get to know more about him and the Disney impacted life that he leads. It was also awesome to hear him share these incredible stories about his journey into our Disney community and the impact he's had on all of us in his short 3 years. Let
Yes.
me just say, all right, it was great listening to our guest stories tonight about how his family has shaped his Disney journey from when he was a young child, influenced by his grandmother and his mom, all the way up to now. And he continues that magic with his wife and daughter. It's truly heartwarming to see how Disney has been a tradition in his family throughout generations. We're so grateful to Lawrence for sharing those personal stories about his Disney journey, elaborating on the incredible success the Disney Streamer Network has had, and diving deep into the love and dedication behind his podcasting and his success. The discussions we had around Lawrence's drink of the week, the Ottawa Apple from the Canadian booth, La Cellier, along with hearing about his inspirational channels, were all just fantastic to listen to tonight. I encourage everyone to leave a comment on the show with their thoughts um, on our show tonight. What did you think? I thought it was a great show. And Lawrence, I have to say, I know I've said it 100 times already, but how amazed I am, honestly, at how much you've learned, and then how much you can share with the community about what you've learned. So, um, and just doing that all out of the pleasure and love in your heart for
Yeah.
for all this.
I
So
appreciate that. It's
yeah,
sitting 600 miles from the park, I don't get to live stream from the park. So if I can help, bring some magic to everybody around the world, then absolutely.
and you do. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Love that. Love that. Tina, before we do a roundup and close up things, I think we've got a good guest coming in next week. Do we not?
We do. First, I want to welcome in Michael Johnson and Dutchyland. Welcome in.
Omar, hello. Welcome in. Great to see you.
All right, next week's I have the honor of announcing next week's guest, and I think it's going to be a really good show. Our guest next week is a relatively new member of our community who has
Mm-hmm.
already brought a ton of impactful positivity and energy into our Disney discussions, and we're really excited to have her on. The magic she brings as a Disney cast member, along with her love for the parks and everything around her, she really shines through in everything that she does. Her YouTube channel recently surpassed 10,000 followers and 1.3 million channel views. And on top of that, her Instagram now has over 11,000 followers as well. Pretty big. Joining us next week live on the Triple C Show is my fellow photographer, Brittany Lurie.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. We always are also transparent over here in everything that we do with our viewing audience because we believe that's the best way to do. So two things. One, there is a slight possibility, as it is every time that we interview a Disney cast member, what she is currently and very proud and doing a great job, that they could call her this week with the holidays and say, hey, we need you to work. And so that could happen. So if there is a transition, bear with us next week. We'll definitely have a show and have a guest. And if we did have that happen, we would move it around. But we've had a couple of times where we've interviewed cast members across all of my portfolio, and that's generally been the same thing all the time. So we'll stuck behind that. Nick and Claire. Hello, Nick. Good to see you, buddy. And two, we will have a special guest host next week. Not saying who it is, but I'm saying you should definitely tune in. I'm going to bring in a guest host to help out because we're going to be missing some of the ladies next week, and I'd like to do that. And it's the holiday season time, and I'm feeling very generous. So, and
Oh,
I'm bringing in this host just to spice things up a little bit. So look for us next week with a great guest definitely coming in. Hopefully, it'll be Miss Brittany Lorraine, and nothing goes wrong there, and a special guest fun, and that'll be a good time there. As we tie things up here, I want to remind everybody before we go to a final thought that one, Lawrence's drink of the week was rocking. Absolutely rocking. Cranberry juice and maple whiskey. And man, it's just got a little bit of everything. Check that out when you're down in the Canadian Pavilion. That's the way I learned that it's said today. It's not the Canada Pavilion. They have renamed it to a Canadian Pavilion. So you can go there. It's in Epcot. It's in Epcot. You can find that out over there. We've had some amazing channels. We talked about channel that Corey does a lot with, utilizing, taking the support from, making his channel better through the incredible talents of our guests here tonight. Lawrence and Corey make a great team together with their Diz Pod and their interviews and everything they do. Talked about living in Diz. We talked about TPG, the guy that's 9'4". He finds out about it raining before and always lets me know that's going to be coming down. He's doing a great job with his channel over in the mornings. I absolutely love that. And of course, Ear to Ear Magic, Chris and Owen, great father-son tandem. I can respect that with having fun doing it with my son. 3 awesome channels that were selected. We want to say 100% thank you to Lawrence for scheduling, putting time in his schedule to come in and hang out with the ladies tonight and share his stories with us. Like I said, wow, oh wow, it's pretty awesome over there. I want to remind everybody that, hey, you can find the ladies here on the Triple C Instagram. We love that. Tonight I will be live on Insomniacs with 5 new channels to talk about. 10:45, 11 o'clock time frame, right after the football game. Going to be another fun show. Probably do a little bit of talking, recap about the Hall of Fame and so many other good things. Make sure you're checking us out tonight. If you got nothing going on, right here on the Pete McDevitt Show, 1045 is a great place to be to talk a little Disney community, and have a couple laughs. Also, the ladies have all of their content available on the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat podcast listing right here on YouTube. You can check out all of the episodes if you've missed any of these. That would be great. Star Wars fanboy, welcome in. And I want to also remind you that we've showed it a couple times, but Lawrence's links have been dropped throughout the night. You can check out him on his channel, Park Bros, almost 10,000 followers there. His Instagram over there for this is his YouTube over there for the Diz Pod. They are really working hard to get that up. They're up to 365. Love to help out Lawrence and Corey. So if you're not following on the Diz Pod, hit it up. Check out what they're doing. Of course, they have their Facebook there, which I love that Corey took a self-portrait right there for this shot. So that was absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, they have the Disney Streamers Network. I can't say enough good things about what Lawrence is trying to do with that. I'm going to let the ladies go first here as we close up shop tonight. Tina, you did a great job on the names tonight, and I thank you for being here a little under the weather. Why don't you go first?
It is always good to be here, no matter what condition I'm in, no matter what condition you're in, Pete. Sometimes you're just. Anyways, just kidding. He's gonna kill me later. Another great show, Lawrence. Thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. It's an honor to be here every time I'm able to be here to interview you guys. You guys are amazing. Every guest that we have, Lawrence, you're no different. It's a pleasure to meet you, to meet up. Can't say enough about that Disney bounding, and your daughter is a little ball of light. Oh my gosh, she is the best. It's just really good to be here, and I'll cap it off with I like saying the same thing over and over again. I'll cap it off with this: be kind to everyone, because you don't know who's going through a battle that you know nothing about.
Well said as always. Jen has had a busy day and a lot going on she's been doing, and she was here with us tonight. Final thought from you.
Lawrence, you are a bright light in this community right now, and we are so fortunate to have you as a friend, as a community member, as a fellow streamer. You are smart, and you are sharing your talents with everyone to help make this community better. And I thank you for that, because I love this community so much, as do lots of us. I don't mind speaking for other people and saying how much this means to us, and we want to keep this community growing and thriving. And you are the leader in that right now, and I can't thank you enough. And plus, you have a beautiful wife, you have an adorable daughter. You've got it all right now, man. Love you so much.
Thank you.
And very well said. And a Kermit shirt. So very well said here. Mandy came in from working the llamas, and she's here tonight. So, and she did a great job. Mandy, final thought.
Oh, it was absolutely my pleasure to talk with you tonight, Lawrence. Your love for your family and Disney is infectious. And it's also my honor to be in this community with you, because every time I see your name come up on a stream and a chat, somebody mentioning it, you know that there's something positive behind it, and there's always going to be a laugh. It's you bring so much love and just joy to this community. So thank you for being you.
Thank you.
Oh, monkey nuts. Sorry. Stephanie.
See what I mean?
And Mandy Cakes wants to know when you got some llamas. He's
It's
not
your
aware
turn.
of the new pets yet, or maybe that they're purple. So you got a lot to share tonight after the stream. Hey, I bet your mom would like some purple
Yes, she
llamas,
would.
wouldn't she? I bet she
Yes.
would. I bet Finley would too. Again, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. Lawrence, it's so good to get to know you. I don't know if y'all know, Lawrence used to live in Maryland and now lives in North Carolina. And I lived in North Carolina and now I'm in Maryland. So we know each other's tracks here and where we've been. And I'm glad you're holding things down over there in near Raleigh. Whatever. So, yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. So thanks so much for all you do for the community. We're truly blessed to have you. So.
Well, very well said. Very well said by all the ladies. Lawrence, your final thought, and then I'll close things up here.
I just want to thank all of you for allowing me to come on and share my love for Disney. Really makes it made for a great show. I mean, you guys always do a great job, but I appreciate just a quick little platform to talk about DSN and my family and what it all means to me. So thank you.
Love it. Thank you. Going to touch on a couple quick fronts here. One, I'm so grateful you came on the show tonight, and we're willing to sit with the ladies and do this interview. Again, bringing in quality people continues to make this show thrive and be what it is, and I thank you for that. I agree with the sentiment of the ladies all the way across the board that have commented about both your family and their support and how they are in our community, and your support for Corey and everything you guys do with your work over there, and then your efforts and time that you put in to making this Disney streamer network. I think I told you when you called me about it, you're one of very few people that I would even take a chance on something like this with, because of my trust for your ethics and integrity. And you have done exceptional with it, as I expected, and carried that torch. And to see that you got so many people over there and that it's thriving, I encourage it and wanted to continue to see that as it go. And I wish you the best of luck. And of course, you have my continued support with that. I'm humbled by the fact that many a times, not just tonight, but many a times, you've given me credit for some of the things that you do, and not that I ever need it, but to hear the fact that you, or in my case, that you've been able to influence, enhance, help, be a small spark in helping someone else's passions and everything come together, then to me, it goes to quantify the fact that everything I put into this is worth it. And for that, I say thank you. I'm grateful, very grateful for that. And I want to finish with something that Lawrence is very smart with everything he does. He's helped me a lot with my channel, and he's going to be helping. He doesn't even know it, but he's going to be helping me with some vertical content here at some point, because I want to figure this thing out. We've been texting back and forth, but we're going to figure that out too. But friendships are an amazing thing, an incredible thing, and when we have this opportunity, you coming to the meetup this year again was another thing for me that I was so proud of, because we want so many of our friends who can and have that opportunity to come and be a part of it. I think a lot of people are nervous or afraid to do it because they say, hey, I travel, I don't know these people, that type of thing. But I think when you get there, It was so great to see your family and all interact. Your daughter was one of the stars of the shows with Tina's kids and Candy Mom and everybody else's that we had there. But I applaud you for how many things that I've seen that you don't show anybody. We have had conversations in private about all the things you do for your daughter and your love for your wife. And I applaud you for being someone that I could look to as to if I want to be a better father, or I want to be better at being a spouse. You are great at what you do. And I applaud you for that. And more people in our community should know how great you are about that. And I love you for that. Very much so, Lauren. So thank you. Plymouth Rock, Rinser, and Magic Adventures all came in. Tina sent me a note and said, read these names or I'll kick your, I can't even read those words that you said.
Amusement Park Pirates too, and I did. I really did.
Amusement Park Pirates too as well. We'll be back later tonight, 10 o'clock time frame, doing our late night show, or 11 o'clock time frame, doing our late night show, Disney Insomniacs. I'll be live doing a little bit of football later. Go over and check out all the things that Lawrence is doing, everybody. Over there with Corey, with Living in Diz. Over there with everything he's doing, his podcast. And then his channel's coming up on 10,000. You're coming up on 10,000.
Woohoo!
I know.
Crazy.
We should celebrate it. Now I did get questions about doing a celebration tonight, but I can't do that. So I think I'll just put you into the race for 100K so everybody hears about your channel every time I do a show from now on. That's our celebration. That'll start effectively on Friday night. So welcome
Very
to the
honored. Thank you.
welcome to the race to 100K. And we're going to see Park Bros logo up there, everybody. I appreciate everybody for being in here tonight, and hit that like on the way out. Follow all the things that you do. And as we go off, I meant to bring Paul on. I was going to bring Paul on, but instead, when we go backstage, I'll tell you all the things that I said to Corey on the phone when I made that phone call a few minutes ago. Good night, everybody.
You got a smile that makes the sun